When we talk about the hidden cost of never saying no, is it possible that the very thing that makes you a really good leader is quietly wearing you down? Are you that person who checks on everyone else's well-being before the day even starts? You haven't even checked on your own self. Are you that person who says yes when your body is screaming no? Somewhere underneath the to-do list, there's a quiet fear you'd never say out loud. What if I'm just not good enough? What if I'm not enough? In this video, I want to talk about something we don't say enough as leaders: low self esteem. Why saying no brings guilt and relief at the same time, and why asking for help can feel almost impossible. And I'll tell you exactly why I know this so well. I'm Rowena Hicks. I spent over 30 years in education. I was a teacher, I was a SENCO, I was a specialist for a while, became deputy head teacher, but then I burnt out completely. So I retrained. Became a level 5 accredited coach. I've written 3 books, and I work with school and nursery leaders now who are exactly where I used to be. They love the job, but they are exhausted. You see, I lost myself to my job, not all at once, a little at a time, over years in roles I loved. I said yes to every extra meeting, every parent, every staff member who needed me. And I told myself that was just what good leaders do. Looking back now, I can see the damage that did. I couldn't have told you at that time what I needed because I'd stopped asking myself the question. My whole sense of self-worth had quietly attached itself to how useful I was to everyone else. So here's what I want you to sit with. Low self-esteem in a leader doesn't just affect you, it sets the tone for the whole team. If you can't say no, if you can't ask for help, if you can't admit you're struggling, your staff team learn that's what leadership looks like and they copy it. One leader said to me recently that her biggest fear isn't a bad inspection or a difficult parent conversation, it's not being enough. She'd been putting herself at the bottom of the pile without even noticing she'd done it. So let me ask you the question I never asked myself. What are your needs? Not your school or your nursery's needs, not your staff's needs, but yours. If that question feels uncomfortable or even a bit selfish, that's worth noticing too, because it isn't selfish. It's really possible to do too much for others at the cost of yourself. I know because I lived it. Here's the bit we need to be talking about. Saying no can bring guilt and relief at the same time, and both are allowed. The guilt doesn't mean you did something wrong. It means you're unlearning a habit. The relief is the truth underneath it, telling you that that boundary was needed. So why is it so hard to ask for help as a leader? I think we've built an identity around being the one who copes. Asking feels like admitting the identity isn't true. But what actually happens when you ask? In my experience, and in the leaders I coach, people don't lose respect for you. They relax. They stop performing as if they're coping too. Basically, you've just given them permission not to. So how about this week, next term, try one small thing. Before you say yes to the next request, pause and ask yourself the question first. What do I need right now? What do I need right now? You don't have to act on it every time. Just start asking it. Because once we start to notice, that brings you into the equation. If this resonates for you, you're not alone and you're not failing. You're human in a role that asks a lot. I talk a lot about this, how to rebuild your sense of worth day by day. You could try my 40-day journal because we need to rewire our brain to develop new habits and new mindsets. Or drop me a comment, tell me, what's one need you've been putting at the bottom of the pile? I read all the comments. And if you know another leader who needs to hear this, send it their way. I'll see you in the next video.